Hello, fam. This is your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, a channel where I rant and I review. Man, you know what? A lot of people been talking to me about relationships, breakups, and all of that stuff, man. You know what? From a male standpoint of view, I'm going to just say it like this. A lot of times when people are not happy with themselves, they do off the wall shit. They cheat. They cheat because it looks exciting. Their life to them right now is boring. The other guy, he looks so interesting. Maybe it's a guy that everybody else wants, and she actually had the opportunity of getting them. So it's just boosting her ego up. A lot of times when people cheat, they are in a fog, a relationship fog. They don't see anything else but that person. And in their mind, there ain't nothing else but that person. But the biggest thing that, people fail to see is once the relationship is over and the cracks are starting to show and you actually see what you got, it's too late. I'm going to tell people this. When a person is cheating on you and you married, try your best to get a divorce at that particular time. When they actually happy with the other person, they left, they want to be with that person, let them go. Divorce them and move on. Most of the time, men don't file for divorce. It's usually women. When a man filed for divorce, it lets you know there was a hell of a lot of shit going on. That means he couldn't deal with it, or it was some shit that wasn't worth dealing with. Fam, sometimes we gotta back the hell off. We sit back and we wanna make everybody happy. It's not your job to make people happy. It's not your job to live some off the wall life where everybody else is winning except you. You know what? This young lady told me she was living her best life. I'm like, what you mean? She said, well, her man, he got a real good job and a side nigga. And she said it like that. She said, he keep it, what'd she say? He keep her down, or he kick her down, or, he smacked them cheeks or something she was saying. And I'm like, what? I said, so she said, yeah, I really don't have sex with, my husband, and I'm like, huh? Shit went on like that for like 6 months until that dude just checked out. One day he disappeared. Man, he had filed for divorce and this the fucking period. The place was in her name, so he left her with it. My point is, you sit back and talk shit. Like I said, when people find out, you know what? You never know how happy a person is in a relationship. You out living your best life and you think they should just be happy to have you, and shit, they don't even want you. You're not a joy to be around. Some of us think we are true joys to be around. Weight is an issue in a relationship too. When a woman loses weight, man, she gets buck ass wild. I don't know why. It's like now I can be that hot chick that all my other friends were, and I'm gonna date the guys that they date. A lot of women date the same damn guys. And there's a lot of issues and a lot of shit going on with that. The divorce rates are high as hell right now because people don't want to be married anymore. And, they just want to, blend with one another. And I'm going to say this. It's all fun until your ass hit damn near 30. After 30, it's a whole nother thing. You was the hot chick before that. Now you look good for your age. And the thing is, as you get older, a lot of guys are not trying to get married anymore to an older chick. They trying to go for the young chick. Just like a lot of the young ladies wanted to date the older guys. It's the same damn thing. As a man progresses in his life, he tends to get more valuable. He picks up experience. He picks up a job. He start gaining assets, start having money in his pocket. He brings the damn table now. And your thing is, you want a nice piece of eye candy. Why you think a lot of successful men end up dating young ass women? And it's not none of that. There's so much that go on that you just don't understand. There's so much I want to talk about, but so many damn people will unsubscribe because they say I'm bashing women, and I'm not. Brother, based on experience and shit that I went through, man, like I say, that bad boy mentality with women is just a hellified thing. A woman will sit and have babies with a bad boy. Dude, please. We were talking the other day, man, and shit was hilarious. I said, a woman can see a porterhouse steak right over here and a Build-A-Bear over here. This motherfucker already together. This one, well, he need to live work and this and that. He ain't working. He ain't got nowhere to live. But girl, it's just something about him. And I'm sitting here like, what in the actual hell? This motherfucker homeless. And you talking about it's something about. I'm like, boy, people are making crazy ass decisions. And now you're not holding yourself accountable for the shit you doing. You had a baby with somebody who didn't have a place to live. And you sitting there talking about you was food. Food by who? You knew he ain't had nowhere to live. You knew he was fucking around. You knew who he was. Why are you blaming everybody else? Why do women make it seem like somehow they being fooled out here, man? You can't lack accountability. You gotta ride with this shit, man. You know what? The reason why a lot of guys are different now, this generation of guys, they're not putting up with shit. They're not taking people out on dates and, unless they can smash, like, hey, if I'm not smashing, I'm not paying for this date. They're like, damn, like, girl, what's going on? I remember a girl was asking the guy, do he make 6 figures? And he was like, damn, 6 figures. Like, yeah, do you do this? You live by yourself? Yeah. Do you do this, this, and this? And he was saying yeah to all of it. Then he asked her all the same questions, and she had nothing. He said, shit, I dropped the ass right back off at the house. He said, I can't do shit with that. You want a boss person, but you're not a boss. You can't attract something that you're not. We ask, why do we end up with horrible people at times? Because at the time, we are horrible. We may not see it, but we got bad traits. And we attract bad people when we are in our bad phases. Like I said, hell, you fucking with somebody while you messing with somebody else. Of course, you gonna find some shit that's wrong with this situation. You cheat with that person, they will cheat on you. Just think about it. It comes full circle. Dude, when you looking at this shit, man, it's all fun and dandy, man. I was talking to this chick and she was telling me about her experiences cheating. Her experience, rather. There was one. And she was telling me, like, yeah. I was sitting here, and she said, man, my guy, he working and this and that. And I have fun with the other guy. The other guy, you don't cheat because, it's just because of sex. It's because this, and this. I said, you know what? The person only selling you a pipe dream. They telling you what you want to hear. I said, see, you're not talking to your mate. If you talk to your man and told him all the problems that you all are having, there would be a solution. But see, you're not communicating. You communicating to another man. And this man is feeding into your fantasies and telling you what you want to hear. Now, all of a sudden, you interested and you thinking he the one. In actuality, he just flipped the script on your ass. He just basically groomed your grown ass. And now he got you for free. Now, all of a sudden, when the relationship or the marriage is over, you try to go with this person. This person ain't going for that. They're like, wait, hold on. You a cheater. And not just that. I was getting this for free. I don't want to pay for this. I don't want you moving in with me and doing all this shit. All you gonna do is cheat, because they right. That's all your ass will do is cheat. Like, it's just wild. And she was telling me, she said, man, I got with this guy, I broke up with my husband, I left my husband for this guy, and we got together, and this guy was aggressive, I wasn't getting it up one day, and I guess he took it. And I was like, damn. And she was like, yeah, he was used to getting it like 2 or 3 times a day from me. I'm like, huh? Dude, I had to say, huh? Fam, when women are out here cheating, if they can work from home, they tell you they not working from home. They working from his home. They calling off. They working overtime all of a sudden. Bro, you got to look at all this. Before shift and after shift, and they not getting paid. The building closed at 5 o'clock, but they working overtime. You like, yeah, right. Bro, like I tell you, you let people do them. And I say this all the time. You look at their life a few years later, the shit still look a train wreck. Still look a hot ass mess. You don't see no ring on their finger. Oh, maybe they don't want to get married. No, it ain't that. Nobody want to marry them. Like I say, guys nowadays are not looking for bullshit. They're not looking for crazy. And see, that's the thing that's been popping off lately. There's a lot of crazy out here. There's a lot of undiagnosed people. There are a lot of people who keep saying that they got daddy issues. You ain't got no damn daddy issues. You got mama issues. Most of the time, it's the mama fucking kids up. And I hate to say it, it is. You know, daddy barely gets a say in a situation. He could be Wonder Daddy. He could be Super Daddy. But he barely gets a word in because, you know, he gets overruled on shit. And the thing that I'm saying about all this, man, sometimes people don't know when you got it good. You know, sometimes you have it good and you just don't know. You just sitting there thinking because other people telling you other shit that, you know, you wrong. You not wrong. I'm going to tell you something. You need to keep moving. You need to move around. When people out here doing dirty shit, dude, you find out later how much of dirt they done. You find out, you know, like I said, you know, I was talking to a couple other people, man. It was like, man, I found out later on this motherfucker was dirty the whole relationship. I was like, damn, you know, like, he said, man, I didn't see it. I guess I had the glasses on or I was too busy working, you know, providing for the family. And he said, man, just to see later on how much of shit was going on that I missed. Told him, I said, you know, once you look back, after you out of it, once you look back, I said, it's like a sore thumb. It's like red sticking out everywhere where y'all been at or wherever you thought about or whatever you thought. You could see it as you look back. But while you was in it, you couldn't see it. That's just how it works. You know, other people could have seen it and could have told you, but you probably wouldn't have listened. You know what? In my situation, when I was going through that, bruh, some I seen, some I didn't. Some I didn't care about. Dude, I'm going to tell you something. After a while, you may not want to be in a relationship you in. And this is what I say. Sometimes you got to walk away. Sometimes you got to look at it. Sometimes you got to understand who you are as a person, as a man, as a woman, as whoever you are. You just got to understand what you can take and what you can't take. I was reading a story the other day where the guy was with this young lady and they were exclusive. No, I was listening to the story. Let me say it like that. I was listening. They weren't exclusive. She got pregnant. They ended up getting married. He knew the baby wasn't his. So later on in the marriage, she said she was feeling unfulfilled. So she ended up getting they became polyamorous. Basically her. She had 3 kids by the other guy, and he's taking care of the kids and, you know, sending kids to college. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he was like, yeah, but she don't understand that, you know, kids are like, and the thing was, people were like, you didn't see this woman took advantage of you the whole marriage. This woman got her cake and got an opportunity to eat it too, and basically demoralize you in the process. I just sat there and listened to this and I just said, damn. You know, I listen to a lot of people tell me, you know, that, you know, women don't come back. Women, if a woman come back, it's a reason. You know, it's guys out there that want women galore. That's true. But if a woman comes back, that means she has nowhere to go. Trust me, if she left and she was gone for a year or two, reason why she came back, because she have nowhere else to go. And trust me, you should know that. You know, I don't understand why people who were in relationships and the people leave, they stay in the same place where they used to be. Dude, get the fuck up out of there. Move around. You should never be in the same spot where that person can contact you, have any parts in your life, tell you shit. Dude, you don't care about that. Once a relationship is over, it is over. It ain't nothing left to the imagination. Once it's over, it is over. You cannot fix a broken ass record, fam. You can't. You can't fix somebody who don't want to be with you. You can't fix, you know, stupid. Excuse me. You can't just sit back and just keep putting up with shit. People say, how do you move on? Simple. Burn everything that has something to do with her. Write a note to yourself. You know, gather everything that the person bought you. Burn it. Set a bonfire, burn it. And just say some words. I release you. I set you free. I no longer want to be, you know, a part of this. And you don't have to be. Man, you know, your peace of mind is the best thing you could ever have. This is why I say men value respect, loyalty, and peace of mind. And we're different from women. We don't go in looking for love. We want love. Don't get me wrong, but a man wants to be respected. Women want to be respected as well. But if you got a man that's doing right and you don't want to respect them, you treating them like a kid, and you out here second guessing them and all this shit, tell him, no, we ain't. He said, I'm gonna tell you something. When a man hears all that shit, he be like, yeah. If you telling a man that y'all in a committed relationship and all of a sudden you keep saying that we dating, I'm gonna explain something to you. Once you hear that, that means you free to date. If a woman ever tells you that we're just dating and you thought y'all was in something committed, that means you have every right to date everybody. And if they ask you what you doing and you say I'm dating, if they get mad, tell them you said we were dating. No, but it's exclusive dating. No, it's not. It's either dating or our asses in a relationship. If we ain't in a relationship, we free to date whoever the hell we want to. And a lot of people don't get that because, see, that makes them feel some kind of way because they have no power, no control. Most people in relationships, mainly women, want control. They want to control the situation. I always hear how women are, equal to men. That ain't true. I believe a woman can do anything a man can do. But when it comes to certain things, women back up and be like, well, you the man. No. Either you want to be a man or you just need to fuck to be quiet. I'm just being serious, man. You hear that shit and you just be upset. Man, you hear all these cheating ass stories that people going through, what they putting up with, motherfuckers raising other people's babies. And you talking about, they talking about making DNA tests mandatory. Would that hurt, marriages and relationships? No. What it would do, it will let you know if this is your child. A lot of men are taking care of kids that are not theirs. Then you come to find out later on that this kid was never yours. And people say, well, you should have, well, put it like this. I listen to a lot of stories where a lot of guys have been taking care of kids and found out the kids weren't theirs. They just cut out. And the women were saying, no, he's wrong for that. You signed up for this. He didn't sign up for that. He had no idea that this shit was going on. He thought these were his kids. If you gonna be mad at anybody, be mad at the woman. Don't be mad at the guy. He just found out. I don't give a damn if the child was conceived like 12 years ago. He just found out. You done fucked this whole world up. He been taking care of a fat child for 12 damn years and you sitting there telling him he wrong for it. No, you're not. Or if a woman leaves you, have a baby with another man, and that man leaves her, you already got a kid with her, she wants you to take care of the other kid, you lost your damn mind. Oh, but they brothers. You should be his father too? No, he got his own father. See, people don't get it. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't fuck up and say, well, I'm going to come back now. Like I say, you cannot let somebody see what's on the other side. If you've been holding a motherfucker prisoner their whole life and you let them see what's outside, you think they're going to want to stay in that? You got 4 billion women out there. 4 billion. And you telling me you stuck in this situation with one, you just can't leave her alone? 4 billion women. Once you get your ass out there, you go buck ass crazy. Why? Because you never experienced this. You got women with jobs, they got good careers, they good in bed, they good at shit that you ain't even heard of. They fair. You was dealing with an unfair motherfucker and they got all this shit going on and you just sitting there like, what in the actual hell? They going places, y'all going to other places, and you see different things. See, this changes people's minds. This changes your whole mentality on shit. See, people don't get that. People sit back and tell you you're supposed to put up with shit. You don't have to put up with shit anymore. Man, like I said, man, look, all of that other stuff is for the birds. You don't have to deal with none of that. You've been dealing with shit for so long, putting up with shit off of people talking crazy as hell, telling you that you sick, you ain't thinking right. Now you sitting back like, damn, I could have had all this a long time ago. You wasn't ready for it. Man, you were so caught up in that relationship that you wasn't ready to leave to experience the good life. How do you experience the good life, man? Shit, get out there. Dude, you don't have to look for a relationship. You don't have to look for any damn thing. Just get out there and talk to people. Let them know, I'm just dating. I'm not trying to look for a long-term relationship right now. I'm just dating, I just want to get to know people. That's it. Tell them the truth. But see, a lot of times women see something good, they try to snatch it up. They try to cuff you. Oh, we in a relationship. And you be like, nah, I never agreed to none of that. Like I said, when there are other people on the table, people try to go for the best offer. And sometimes they settle for you. And don't be that settled for motherfucker. And see, a lot of times we get settled for. People look and they ask questions like, what do you, do? Like, do you go to plays? Do you go like to movies? Do you go out, to trips and stuff like that? It's like they settling for you. Well, if I take this person, I'm gonna have to deal with this and this. No. Look, in a relationship, marriage, each person builds the other person up. You pour into each other's cup. See, a lot of times people are used to just one person pouring into the cup, and that ain't how it works. We both supposed to pour into each other. And sometimes the other cup has a hole in it because the other cup is so used to being filled up that they don't know how to fill another person up. If I'm overflowing your cup and I'm getting nothing back, I'm empty. And you wonder why he's so different. When a man is empty, he looks for somebody to fill him up. He go places, he start talking to people, he start finding out that people are a little different. And the grass is not green, and I'm gonna be honest, it's not. But if you living in dead crab ass grass, you need to get the hell out of it. If you're not happy where you at, shit is just horrible. You need to get the hell out. That goes for women too. But a lot of times it's the guys. A woman can get damn near anybody she wants. I don't give a damn what the woman looks like. She can get damn near any guy she wants. Most men don't think with their big head. They think with the small one. And I'm going to be honest on that. A lot of us, I had to grow out of that, man, because I'm like, shit, I'm not trying to think like that no more. You need to have your thoughts about you, man, because you could get outsmarted out here. You could be taking care of another man's kids. These stepdaddy roles, man, where you get in, you taking care of kids that hate you, man. They talking bad to your face. The mama's saying you can't parent the kid. He needs some shoes. He need an outfit. And you like, I'm not his daddy. Shit. If I can't parent, I can't do discipline, I can't do any damn thing. You want me to support? No, I'm not a slave. Shit. Got a father. You need to take him over there. And see, this is what a lot of guys now are doing. They like, well, I'm not interested in being nobody's father. A lot of guys now are not dating women with kids. And dude, I have been saying that all day long. I've been saying that. A lot of guys like, look, man, I'm not riding out like that. I'm doing something different, man. I see a different path I want to take. And I'm like, damn, like, what happened, man? Nothing happened. I just, see a different role I want to take. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Dude, and I think a lot of people didn't understand that. I think a lot of people felt some kind of way. I think a lot of people felt that, you supposed to deal with certain shit. You don't supposed to deal with any damn thing. You don't have to deal with all the crazy all the damn time. What's wrong with us having some time to ourselves, being just people? And see, this is what keep happening. A lot of us don't understand. You need a break. And that's what happens a lot. We go into these situations, man, giving people our everything and don't get shit in return. A couple of friends I knew, they were taking women on expensive dates and, and all of this. And I was like, man, that's cool. Man, it sounds good. Man, but, like when it's time for them to go on a date, the lady take them out. They going out to KFC and McDonald's and, man, but, that's all she could afford. And I'm like, bro, you might want to rethink that. And he like, what you mean? I said, you might want to rethink all this shit that you see right now. Because if it's starting out like this, it's going to stay like this. This person ain't going to have no way to treat you. And nobody wants to be in a relationship where they treating the other person 24/7 and never getting treated. If you start seeing all these telltale signs that you're doing every damn thing, I got friends that clean houses. It ain't nothing wrong with a man cleaning his house. Cleaning the bathroom, kitchen, living room, bedrooms. He cooking, he paying all the bills, and his woman just sits there and complain. And I'm like, dude, just throw her out. He was like, what you mean? I said, what is her purpose? I said, oh yeah, she must really, and the other friend said, she must really be good in bed. That's what he said. He said, she must really be good in bed that you putting up with. Man, we barely have. I said, what? I said, so where's her money going? I don't know. And I'm like, oh man, come on. You single. And it's like, what you mean? I said, you doing all this shit by yourself. You by yourself. Next thing I knew, a couple of months later, that motherfucker had her out of there and had somebody else in there. Not in there living with them, but coming over. Like I said, dude, don't bring nobody into your home. If the person comes in and talk about that you've been paying the rent all alone by yourself, if your rent $1,000 and the person came in saying you've been paying the rent, you've been paying all the utilities, why should they have to pay anything? The point is, I don't need to bring you here. If you're not adding, that means you're taking away. This is why I say you got to be careful who you let into your life. Some people are toxic. Some people are vampires. They will suck the life out of you. They will suck your essence out of you, man. And I'm just being honest, and I'm not being freaky or anything like that. I'm saying you have to really be careful what fool you let into your life. Because some people out here are just plain out damn fools. They don't know. They sitting there talking to you crazy. They making it seem like you don't know no better. And man, you do know better. You know you being taken advantage of. Don't let somebody take advantage of you, then you sit back and get mad later on. No. Man, you got to keep this shit working, man. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm making sure shit work. I'm trying to make things happen. And like I said, man, if you can't make it happen with the person you with, you need to make it happen with somebody else that is down with what you're talking about. You notice you don't go on trips with a person because that person ain't for you. If you notice y'all can't save money, that person is not for you. If you the only one saving money, and if they see you saving money, they take the money and get their hair done or some shit like that, or nails done, then you know. Dude, I hear so many people talking about shared finances, and that's the reason of marriage. If you don't share your finances, there's no need to be married. That's crazy as hell. That ain't why you get married. You get married because you want to be with that person. That's your person. You love that person. Marriage is not about money. You want to make sure that y'all have a comfortable life, but sharing money, see, a lot of things in my account, they're earmarked for certain things. You may think that's free money, but it's not. It's meant for something. It's like, somebody seeing, a spare amount of money. You'd be like, yeah, well, I spent it. That was the rent money. Like, well, hell, I guess we won't pay rent this month. You'd be like, but that's the thing that I'm talking about. People are not on board half of the time. Everybody's so busy looking at other people's lives and thinking how good they are and not realizing that they got a damn good life themselves. All you got to do is actually be present in your relationship or marriage, and the shit will work a lot better. If the person is talking to you on a constant basis and you don't say nothing, but you say, I told you, and I keep telling you, you ain't listening, and you be like, yeah, I'm replaying all this shit. I recorded a couple of conversations I had with a motherfucker, and I'm like, you ain't said shit in none of these conversations. So you not talking to me, you talking to somebody else. And like I said, bruh, you tell people your problem. A shoulder to cry on later is a dick to ride on later. And a lot of women don't understand that. Should never tell a man or a woman your problems. The problems that you should have, the ones that you should be sharing are the ones that you are with in that relationship with that person that you are in it with. Nobody else should hear your damn problems. This is why so many people out here cheating and don't understand. You got yourself in some shit that you can't get yourself out of now. Now you're mad and angry, bitter, and all of that. This is why I say people shouldn't take advice from other people. I see a lot of single people getting advice. I'd be like, man, don't take that advice. Why, man? You know what? They just happy being single. No, they not. That motherfucker used to be in relationships up their ass. He ain't happy being single. People got used to that bullshit and was like, nah, that ain't for me. And let's keep it 100. A lot of people just talk shit. They're not there for it. People ain't there for you. You got to make sure you find somebody that's there for you, that know the real you. Let yourself out in the first 30 minutes of that relationship. Let that person know who you truly are, a collector. Don't hide that. Otherwise, you set yourself up for a lifetime of misery. Just being honest, fam. To later, oh man, look, let me just say this. Look, if you look at a relationship, if you broke up with somebody, look back at all the people that either you broke up with or they broke up with you. Look back and just take a look back and see where they all are at. If they all doing something good, something big, something amazing, you can applaud all that shit. But a lot of people where you break up with, they usually out there with some bullshit going on and some half-ass situation. You know, like I say, man, shit ain't all roses. You gotta pay attention to this stuff, man. Sometimes when people come along to their life and they cheat, it wasn't meant for that person. It was meant for you. It was meant to get you out. That's the only way you would have left. If that would have happened. And once you found out, what you do? You left. That's a good thing. You leave with your self-respect. Like I tell you, when people stop respecting you, you know, when they talking to you crazy, saying any damn thing to you, or just doing anything or saying anything, they no longer respect you. And when a woman don't respect you, she would do any damn thing to you. And once you get your ass out of that, trust me, she wish she would have stayed her ass there so bad. The grass is not green. The grass is artificial turf. The grass over there is just painted. People don't understand that. You gotta understand. Your shit is up to you. Man, I'm just being real. These relationships are a trip. People make it seem like everything that happens is your fault. Like you are to blame for everything. There's two people in a relationship. There's two sides to every story. There's three sides. My side, your side, and there's the truth. And a lot of times people don't want to talk about the truth. They just want to talk about shit that make them feel good. No, I feel that ain't the right answer. I feel that you making up stuff. No, there ain't no feel to this shit. This is the truth. This is fact. Fact, if you catch this motherfucker in the house cheating, you have every right to leave. People make it seem like you supposed to take them back and you supposed to give them a second. You don't supposed to give nobody a second any damn thing. When you are ready, do you. Once you do you, you start understanding what you like. A lot of times when people leave relationships, they get into hobbies, family, and everything that they had left and let go. Because they realized that they gave up who they were to be in a relationship. And a lot of times, a lot of people become almost amalgamations of one person, and that's not good. You got to keep your individuality. You don't supposed to be the same damn people. That's horrible. You know, it's okay to, like the same things, but it's okay to be those same two different damn people that you were getting into this relationship. That's what made it work in the first damn place. You like this person because of this and that, not because of what they could bring to your table, man. Look, let's just keep it real. But fam, thank you so much for watching. Till later, peace out.